Hey guys, this is Dan from Dan Talk. I'm going to do an interview with Ray at the Freedom Center at DTW Airport in Detroit. And we'll have Ray kind of do a little introduction and explain what the Freedom Center is. Hey Ray, thanks for appearing on Dan Talk. It's nice to meet you, and tell me what the Freedom Center is all about.
Freedom Center is made up of volunteers that donate their time to greet veterans that are in between flights or have a layover or stuff. We have some lounge chairs out here. We have coffee, we have condiments, or not condiments, but we have some treats, water. Trying to make this stay here a little more hospitable.
All right, how long have you been working here for?
I've only been here 6 months, but it's very enjoyable. I get to meet a lot of different people. Military people are just good people. I was in the National Guard, and so I have a feeling for the veterans. And my father was also a World War II vet. So.
What state were you in the National Guard in? Army or Air Force?
Army. And you say what state? I was in.
Which state?
Wisconsin and Michigan National Guard.
Okay, what years did you serve and what did you do?
I joined in '63. I was trained as a clerk typist, but became a wireman.
All right. That's so you had to do SOS kind of coding, or you actually lay the wires?
More like a telephone man used to be. Climb poles, string wires, operate a switchboard.
All right. Did you ever get deployed anywhere or TDYs anywhere?
No, I didn't.
How did you like your time in the Wisconsin National Guard?
I liked the Wisconsin. The Michigan I thought was a lot different. People just weren't, to me, as friendly as they were in Wisconsin. We had more of a close-knit unit.
When did you get discharged? How long did you serve for?
Got discharged in '69, 6 years.
Awesome. So what brought you to work at the Freedom Center here at DTW?
Just kind of wanted to give back. I just turned 80, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Kind of life,
you look great for 80, sir.
Oh, thank you. I've been very fortunate.
How many days a week do you work here?
I usually try and volunteer once every 2 weeks.
Oh, good.
4 hours.
So I got very fortunate to have met you today, considering most days I probably wouldn't see you here.
Right.
That's awesome. I'm glad I had a chance to meet you. How many hours a day do you tend to work? 4. Okay.
I usually try to get here, because I live relatively close to the airport, so I try to get the 6 to 10 shift.
You guys pretty busy in the mornings?
Depends. It varies. Some days, like today, have been awful busy, but most days we're not. And in certain hours, it seems like we're busier, but you never know.
What'd you do before you worked here? What'd you retire as?
Well, I worked several jobs. I worked for Uniroyal Tire Company in the engineering area, and then they closed and were bought out. And then I was a Mr. Mom for about 10 years, and then I worked as a fire alarm and security alarm inspector.
Great. When did you retire?
Oh, probably about 10 years ago.
How's retirement been treating you?
I don't know how I had time to work.
Do you travel much?
Yes, I've traveled quite a bit.
Say in the past 2 years, some of the places you've been to.
Well, my wife annually go to Park City, Utah, where we ski for about a week. And then we had a family reunion on her side back in West Virginia this past summer. I was in New Orleans last weekend. And I go back, I had a 62nd class reunion in Wisconsin last week for high school.
Oh, wow. Okay. What brought you from, so you moved from Wisconsin to Michigan at the National Guard. That's what brought you to Michigan.
College and and accepted a job over here. I
Oh.
was working summers and Christmas vacations at the plant they had in Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and then after I graduated, they offered me a job here, so I transferred.
Oh, awesome. So is your wife about the same age as you?
She's 3 years older.
All right, and you guys still travel around pretty good. That's awesome.
Yeah, very lucky. she's still working too.
And you both still ski though?
Oh yeah.
Snow ski or snowboard?
Snow ski, and
Okay.
this year we'll be skiing with 4 generations.
Oh my God. Where are you gonna go skiing at?
Park City, Utah.
Okay. Do you ever go ski in Colorado or California?
Yeah, we skied Aspen, Breckenridge, Vail. But I've been very fortunate.
Out of those 3 in Colorado, which one's your favorite? I've skied all 3 too. I'm curious to hear what your favorite is.
Geez, I'd have to say it's probably a tie between Aspen and Vail.
Yeah, I like Vail a lot too.
I like Steamboat. I like Steamboat too because it's more like an old west town.
Do you ski Black Diamonds?
No, I've accidentally gotten on one, but I just skied and enjoyed. I don't want to burn the hill up.
There you go. Oh, awesome. Shoot, anything else you'd like to add to the story about yourself? That's pretty interesting.
I had this friend that died last December. He was 96 years old. One of my favorite stories. And it was a World War II vet. He got pulled out of, or got drafted after 10th grade. Went in the military, in the Army, and flew a midship gunner on a B-17. At the age of 19, he had flown 35 missions and got mustered out of the Army. Came back to Detroit and got a job as a Detroit fireman, but then was laid off. And he asked him, "Why are you laying me off?" And I said, "You're not old enough to be a Detroit fireman." So when he turned 21, he went back to work as a fireman and retired as a lieutenant in the fire department.
That's a great story. Oh my God. Oh, Ray, thank you so much for appearing on Dan Talk. I really much appreciate it.
My pleasure. Nice to meet you, Dan.
Okay, all right. Bye-bye.